Hey guys, BBI here. I want to stop and say thanks for tuning in and checking out whatever the video is about that's about ready to come up next. If you could take a minute and hit subscribe, I'd greatly appreciate it. And if you enjoy what you've seen here, make sure to hit the like button. We'd greatly appreciate your support. Anyhow guys, all that aside, let's get on with the show. Mr. G, you sent me your little night force here. Mr. G sent this up to me. He was rather discouraged with the person he was dealing with when he purchased this thing, and he didn't want to return it back to that person to have it repaired. He got it out of the box, plugged it in, and it wouldn't turn on. Did nothing. Did absolutely nothing. So it came out here and it hung out for a little bit, and I was able to get around to looking at it. Mr. G, what it was is there's this orange wire that comes through here, right? And it wasn't soldered in. The wire was just hanging there in free space, which is really dangerous because, well, it's got 12 volts on it and it's unfused or anything, and, well, it's flopping around by a bunch of stuff that was ground. So we went in, soldered that down, and while we were in here, we did a couple things to help it live a little bit longer than what you would think. First things first, we went over here and we changed out a bunch of this non-Teflon wire, but it's okay. It's not where it needs to be Teflon. Everything in here that needs to be Teflon is Teflon. Now, by the way, we replaced your on-off LED because it was no good. This one little, I don't even know what this is. This isn't even 1 watt. This was the balancing resistor that sits here on the combiner. The reason that I really push for everybody to go to 5 watts on this is when you have a high SWR situation, let's say, this is the only place that can absorb any of that reflected power before it hits the ass end of the transistor there. So I went ahead and I changed that out. The other thing is I changed the output tuning cap. It had this little tiny cap in there as your output tuning cap. Now that wouldn't have lasted. It might have worked for maybe a month, and then the thing would have fallen off in output power again. I didn't want you to have to deal with that. So we also did a power wire upgrade. We got rid of this stuff. I don't know what that is. We went ahead and we put Stinger Pro 8 gauge, which will more than adequately carry the watts and the amps and the volts. It'll do its job. We gave the power wire upgrades on the input transformers, and of course we changed out the power wire going over to the 1-pil driver. So before we did the power wire upgrade, it would do about 650 watts, 600 watts on a good day. So now we're getting our full output potential back. Let's check this out. 20 whole watts input power, right? About 200 bird, 700 peak, and this is with our variable all the way open. Our input tune, less than a half a watt. Let's go up here, check this. Preamp is working. Let's check our delay switch. Now, Mr. G, listen to me. It says SSB on the front of it. Very misleading. This is an AM only amplifier. It will only run on AM, period. All this is a relay delay. This is biased class C. You run this on sideband, it's going to sound choppy and horrible, and within probably a week, it's going to go bang. So I'm going to go ahead and drop this video. If you want me to, Mr. G, after you see this video, please let me know if you want me to add sideband to it. I can do it in a quick order. I throw all these parts in the garbage because we're never going to use them again. At least they're not going to leave here in anything I build or touch my hands on. That's it. Mr. G, you're all set. Gentlemen, I got a lot of ground to cover. And I got a whole bunch of stuff I got to work on. So I appreciate you tuning in for this quick short video. I'm on to the next one. Bump from your friend in Idaho. Remember, please click subscribe. Everybody's support is always very greatly appreciated.